The diner is open for business here again on this mid-August afternoon. Welcome to the diner, folks. So one major topic that we were talking about is supposedly this new YouTube algorithm that is going to be doing age verification, I should suppose. But as it's going on right now, Gina Carano had her lawsuit settled, and of course the liberals and lefties are pissed. Now, I mean, yes, settled out of court is technically not winning the lawsuit, but you have to realize Disney agreed to settle with her because obviously they knew they were not going to win. And the other thing is, Gina could have kept this going, made it all the way through to the end. I mean, she spent more time with this lawsuit and this legal stuff than she did on the actual Mandalorian, the show that she was fired from. But when you go through all that, it is extremely exhausting. If there's a good settlement, then okay, I can get some money, I can get my job back, I can get my name cleared. And I think that's ultimately what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to wrongful termination lawsuits, lawyers will not take on cases like that unless they know they can win.
Speaking of the Gina Carano thing, I know one of my fans was talking about it. She was someone who was on a Star Wars series, The Mandalorian. Is that correct?
That is right. She was a beloved character. A lot of people liked her because she was a strong female character written right, unlike Rey Skywalker, whom we can all just take a dump on if you want to.
I think we already all have done that.
It's been forever.
Tony, do you take dumps on Rey's picture in the bedroom?
No.
It's been forever since I've seen The Rise of Skywalker.
I don't even remember most of what happened in those three movies anyway. So
the thing is, she was constantly at odds with activist assholes at Lucasfilm and people behind the scenes. First, it's like, oh, hey, put pronouns in your bio. I don't want to. You need to put pronouns in your bio. And she basically said, no, I don't want to. I respect if you want to do it. But then the thing is, then she said a post, and then people said, oh, she compared Republicans to being Jewish in the Holocaust. Now, let me just remind everyone what exactly she said. Okay? This was the post that caused Disney and everybody else to say, okay, we got to get rid of her. She said that Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone else for their political views? This is the statement that got her fired. So, and everybody said, oh, it was anti-Semitic. It was a Nazi tweet. It was comparing Jews to the conservatives in America. Where does it say that?
Nowhere. That's bullshit.
Nothing.
That's the narrative that these asshole activists were acting on. It's like, oh, she was being a Nazi. She's being a bigot. That was what they were saying. And they're saying, oh, she's anti-Semitic. Nothing like that. In fact, this is a very centrist view. It's commentary that applies to both parties from both sides. Yes, the left is guilty of demonizing the right. And yes, the right is guilty of demonizing the left. We can say the same things about Donald Trump in some ways that Joe Biden did for 4 years during his term in office.
Speaking of which, Gina Carano has conservative views. Can we talk about how also, because he didn't say this in the last episode, Elon Musk helped fund her lawsuit, and he is cool with Gina Carano.
Well, the thing is, Elon Musk, he's at odds with Disney. Like, he once told Bob Iger to go fuck himself because Bob Iger was trying to blackmail him.
Yep, I remember that episode. I remember that podcast episode.
But so he funded her lawsuit. When she had her lawsuit, if she didn't have Elon Musk's money backing it, Disney was definitely going to try to grind it down until Gina had no pennies left. Like, that's just how a lot of these corporations will operate. But because they knew she had unlimited money and was going to take it to the end, that's when they said, okay, let's settle. And then they're going to turn an about face. Like, so 4 years ago, you had these activist assholes running their Twitter programs going, she said abhorrent tweets. She said all these bad social media posts. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, she was always well respected among her colleagues and peers. Like, you know that they were told to do that.
Bullshit.
And Tony, you hate Elon Musk, but you only hate him because of who he voted for. And I don't even think you're aware of the fact that Donald Trump and Elon Musk right now are butting heads like a divorced couple. Have you even been paying attention to that?
Yeah, I knew about that part. I did know about that part. And there was something. How about Elon Musk supports the Democrat next term? Then there we go. Then he gave Trump his own medicine.
Dumbass. He was a Democrat. He was supporting Democrat parties. He voted for Democrat candidates. There's a reason why he voted for Trump this time.
In my opinion, I don't hate Elon Musk because of his political views. I just think he ruined Twitter. He's one of the reasons I left Twitter at least.
So
2 years ago.
How did he ruin Twitter? Because as far as I know, he made it into a more level playing field.
Well, he changed the name to X, which I can ignore because I still call it Twitter. But he also allowed certain people on there. I heard he allowed pedophiles and certain people to be on there.
I have not heard that, but you know what platform is pretty much allowing pedophiles is Blue Sky, which is where all the loonies went to when they decided, oh no, we can't be on Twitter. It's too bigoted now.
Oh, exactly. I see a lot of liberals on Blue Sky, and all of them moved from Twitter there. That's one reason I don't even check the political feed on Blue Sky. It's all full of left-wing people and such like that.
Right, and Twitter used to be the same way until Elon Musk bought it and made it into more of a level playing field, so you can hear from both sides.
I mean, the thing is, Twitter was always toxic even before Elon Musk bought it. It's the same with a lot of social media. Just the thing is, I mean, I just decided to leave Twitter because I just wasn't going anywhere. I just didn't think it would get any better. But that's just what I think. That's my views.
Oh, that is okay. But that's not going to stop idiots on Blue Sky for just shouting, oh, she's a bigot, she's a racist.
Oh, speaking of Blue Sky, I know everybody when it comes to politics, they all be complaining about Trump. They all say all the same shit I've been hearing everywhere else.
Oh, even Tony repeats that same shit to me in private conversations, and I get to the point like, dude, no, shut up.
True story.
Yeah, that's why I ignore the politics on Blue Sky because it's all just it's no different from Jimmy Kimmel and The View. They blame Trump for everything wrong with America. They say he's a dictator and all that shit.
Stephen Colbert will be gone, but Jimmy Kimmel, all of those late night talk shows, they all share the same attribute: is they're all very, very pro left Democrat, and they criticize Donald Trump constantly. And it's okay to criticize him, but at the same time, where's the entertainment in it anymore? Like back when it was Jay Leno and David Letterman and Johnny Carson, it was more level-headed. Politics wasn't as big of an issue, and you were entertained.
Even Jay Leno said in a recent interview that before they announced that about Colbert, that they just talk about, like, late-night talk shows nowadays just talk about politics way too much.
Then that's why many people are not watching that anymore. That's why Stephen Colbert's Late Show costs the company $50 million every year. They're getting no return for their investment. So
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter ratings. It's just advertising for the most part. How much money they make.
That's right. And then, so Greg, isn't there another person who seems to be on the outs? Who would that be?
Oh, Howard Stern. So
what's happening with Howard Stern?
Well, as I do recall hearing that he's getting canceled.
Okay. Anybody else hear about this?
Yeah, it's her Sirius XM show might be getting canceled, but I heard it's just going to be on hiatus. Who knows?
Okay, maybe they might get canceled, but they're going to be fine. Like they're worth a lot of money. They're not going to be destitute unless they're very stupid about their money.
Mm-hmm.
But so anything else before we go on to the next one?
Oh, yeah, going back to Jimmy Kimmel for a bit. I heard that he's going to move to Italy because he's tired of Trump, and he might consider leaving the United States like the other celebrities. The thing is, I've heard Italy's prime minister, she's also very conservative too. So
Europe is getting increasingly more conservative the more they realize all of that open border, all of that activist bullshit, what it led to. They're like, no, we can't do that anymore.
And here come the liberals and activists are going to say, oh, you people are just racist. You're bigoted. We got to let them in. I'm horny for the black guys, BBC. And may I ask what exactly is a woman?
I don't know. What is a woman?
A woman is an adult with a pussy and a vagina.
you say that?
How dare you for being retarded?
So,
And at last, I'm finally back.
Up and Adam, Atomical has appeared. We just talked a little bit about Gina Carano and the people reacting to it. But we have not talked about what you want to be talking about right now is this new AI algorithm on YouTube. So what the hell is going on?
If they notice your watch history it's not like 18 years or older for you watching, they'll put your channel in kid mode. I mean, you can't watch age-restricted videos or anything. There is a way around this. You have to show them your driver's license or your credit card, which is something that I would never trust the life of me. Like, trust YouTube with showing them my driver's license or my credit card. That is, I'm speechless here.
Here's the thing I want to say about that. I've heard a lot of, let's say, fear mongering about this YouTube age verification thing. Here's the thing. I heard this is only for minors at least, but for the minors at least, like this is supposed to be for for people under 18. They can't watch any age restricted videos. The ID thing is completely optional, what I heard. The thing is, what I'm trying to say is you're not going to get your account terminated if you're under the age of 18. It'll still be 13 up for YouTube. Let's make that clear.
Well, okay, so from the article, YouTube is officially rolling out its AI-assisted age verification next week to catch users who lie about that age. Let me just stop right there. All of us are grown adults right now, but when we were using the internet, how many of us went to adult websites and just said we were over 18 and went into them, even though we were not? How many of us did that?
I did too. Well, a lot of us lied about our age when we were younger.
Honestly, to be honest with you, I never did any of that stuff because I was trying to play it safe, not get my computer a bunch of viruses. So I never really did that. I downloaded like episodes of like Girls Gone Wild when I was like 17 or so. But like that was like through like a program called LimeWire. Anybody remember that?
Okay, Tony. So here's your logic. I don't want to go to this website because I'm afraid of getting viruses, but I'm going to use spyware that is going to get me viruses to download Girls Gone Wire.
I didn't know at the time. I was 17. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, I was 17. No, don't do the dummy stuff. And stop laughing, Greg.
Tony, we all did stupid shit when we were 17. Come on.
Well, I just didn't want Greg to judge me, and that's all.
He's not judging you. We're laughing at it. Jesus Christ.
So I never went into a porn site when I was underage. Thank God. But the thing is that, when I was 8 and 9, even before I discovered you, Anthony, I did get to see it here, a ton, plenty of YouTube videos with a lot of swearing, and that made things uneasy.
Oh, yeah, I learned all my cuss words in the hockey locker room. So you're gonna learn it somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna learn it at some point, of course. And then years later, I actually realized, like, going into like on DeviantArt, where you could, where you have to verify your age to see or read certain posts. I found out pretty soon that pretty fast that you could lie so easily, saying that you were born in the 1800s.
Why would they put that as an option? There was nobody alive in the 1800s using the internet at the time.
I mean, I like to say this, but I like to say this. When I was a kid, I lied about my age on social media when I used like YouTube and such, and I put that I was born in 1990 or something like that when I was a kid. So it's pretty easy to do, and you can get away with it.
It was very easy to do. Now, so the AI interprets a variety of signals to determine the user's age, including the types of videos a user is searching for, the categories of videos they have watched, or the longevity of the account. If the system determines that a user is a teen, it will automatically apply age-appropriate experiences and protections. If the system incorrectly determines a user's age, the user will have to verify that they're over 18 with a government ID or credit card. So explain to me what's wrong with that.
Like I said before, you don't there's this is totally optional, the ID thing, and kids won't be able to see age restricted videos because you have to be 18 and up to watch it. While there's still ways to find age restricted videos if you're underage, it'll be a lot harder because if they know you're underage, you won't be able to accept that warning thing if you click on an age-restricted video.
I know I don't have the viewing habits of a teenager. Tony probably has, so maybe once this goes into effect, they'll decide, oh, wait a minute, this TT Burger 88, oh, he's a teenager, so we need to put age restrictions on him.
I am. How do you know that? I don't watch teenager stuff.
But you act like a teenager.
Anyway.
You know what's so interesting is that, for one thing, isn't it very ironic that YouTube is doing this AI age verification thing when they just so soon after they had begun to wipe out all AI made videos on their platform?
Oh, how dare you use AI? You can only use our AI.
Yeah.
But again, let's think about this, guys. What is the watching habit of a teenager? What does that even mean? Imagine you're watching Mythbusters. Okay, so does that automatically make you a teenager?
No.
Yeah, and not to mention, if you watch like cartoons, for example, like you're not going to automatically get your account marked as a minor or a kid just because you watch that stuff.
Just imagine if you're an Avatar: Last Airbender fan, or you look up analysis videos on Avatar: The Last Airbender episodes, like, oh, that's automatically going to make you a minor. Like, no, that's not what that is, because I think more adults like that show than kids do. So let's just say a parent who puts on Cocomelon for their child or cartoons, are they going to get flagged as a child?
No, it doesn't. I don't think it really matters what you watch, because like I said, the ID thing is completely optional. And like I said before, right. I've heard this was possibly because of that Kids Online Safety Act law, but the thing is, it hasn't passed. And I don't know if it will pass, and let's just hope that law doesn't pass.
Well, I definitely know that my 9-year-old nephew, my youngest nephew, who his entertainment is literally just watching YouTube videos. And he's got Nintendo Switches. He's got every video game system he could probably have. And he's fine just watching YouTube all day. And I know that his parents just set it up to where where it is like it's under a kid's account.
And I've watched YouTube, the main YouTube, when I was around your nephew's age, like 9 years old, and that's how I discovered your YouTube channel too.
Well, I'm sorry you discovered me when you were 9. That wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Oh no, not at all.
Because all I did was search up little kids on YouTube, and I found your rants on little kids on YouTube, completely random, completely unintentional.
Yeah, and and then that video is basically telling people, leave this kid alone. Like, why are you harassing him?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I saw YouTube. I found your video through the search engine somehow.
So, do you guys think that this is a good idea, or do you think it's a bad idea
Well,
with this AI algorithm?
I don't know. We'll see what happens after like August 13th, like when this update drops, when YouTube actually does implement this.
Okay, go ahead, Adam.
To me, it seems like it seems like they're coming from a good place or the right place, but at the same time, it's bad enough that YouTube's already being restricted, and it's understandable that people would not want, would not trust AI, and they would not trust the need to verify YouTube and Google their driver's license, or even especially their credit card, to verify their age, even if they made a mistake. I mean, that's ridiculous. It should not have to be that way.
Yeah, because are minors really going to give out their high school ID just to prove that they really are their age? Like, some people have to use their high school ID just to, confirm that they are 14, 15, 16, or 17 years old.
And smarter people could find ways to rig it and find loopholes and stuff like that.
Imagine 13-year-olds deciding, oh, I'm going to search up Fox News for 2 hours, and that's going to make people think that they're adults. Imagine if we're going to start seeing a bunch of ads for arthritis meds and skin creams on kids' videos.
I'm going to read this up I just posted in the group chat. Someone I know actually found this when they searched this up on Google. Here's the answer to this. Like, no, an ID is generally not required to watch YouTube videos. However, YouTube may request age verification for access to certain content or features, and may also use machine learning to estimate user age and apply restrictions accordingly. Users might, keyword might, need to verify their age using a credit card or government ID to access age-restricted content or features. Again, totally optional.
Yeah, but what's next after credit card? Are they going to start saying, oh, no, just send $500 in Apple ID cards or Apple Music cards? You must send $1,000 to this Nigerian prince. You will be reimbursed.
Imagine if like this thing passed, all of a sudden you had to pay to watch the certain videos.
You're just choking on your own dick again, Tony. We get it.
Anyway, like imagine like I'm gonna wait for Greg to stop laughing. Okay.
Keep laughing, Greg. Keep laughing.
Anyway, as I was saying, like after this whole ID thing, they start making you pay to watch certain videos. Imagine them like making YouTube gift cards for that.
Oh, you mean like how YouTube Red used to be a thing?
Yes.
So it's ultimately up to the parents to decide what their kids could watch, and parents are fully capable of monitoring what their kids are watching. All they have to do is just look up a watch history on the account. They'll be able to see, oh, my son watched Pamela Anderson's Tommy Lee sex tape. Wait a minute, that's not allowed.
Or worse, Cardi B's WAP.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Imagine if they look that up.
And a lot of us are 18 and up already. A lot of us are legally adults.
I'm 37 years old. I've had my YouTube account since I was 19. There is no way they're going to think that, oh, this guy's a kid. Imagine if somebody has 600 hours of naked yoga videos or detailed masturbation techniques. You think that doesn't exist on YouTube? Oh, I think it does.
I mean, here's the thing. I also watched shows like King of the Hill, Family Guy, and The Simpsons when I was a kid.
Right. So, I mean, it's like we'll see what this ends up doing, if this is ultimately going to be a good thing in the end. If this does protect minors from keeping their innocence a little longer, I get that. And I mean, this is definitely not like the early 90s where my parents freely let me watch Backdraft when I was 5, even though that movie's full of F words and has a sex scene on top of a fire truck. I get it. I get that parents want to have more restrictions and more protections. I do understand that, so maybe they will get this to work. But at the same time,
yeah, and parents have every right, and parents have every right to be concerned. It's just kids are going to find out about swearing or sex one way or another. They're going to learn swear words one way or another.
They're going to learn it, and kids are going to figure out a way to lie about their age. And if they want to go on girlsgonewild.com, they will do it.
Yeah, it's the internet after all.
I agree.
I mean, maybe if they figure out how to use Google Gemini. I mean, I kid you not, okay? As somebody who loves what I like, if you want to type in and you just ask Google Gemini to make an image of 2 girls in bikinis and boxing gloves, you can do that. And I don't know if you need age verification for that. So if kids can figure that shit out.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Anybody can, because it's pretty easy. But despite all of this, AI still has a long way to go technologically. I would say that AI is more or less in the same spot that the internet and the World Wide Web were back in the upper half of the 90s to the early mid 2000s.
But the other part of that is AI is also biased because it is based on the biases of the people who program it. You remember back in the day when Google Gemini was first coming out, because they were full of activists who hated white people, you tried to make an image of a white person, it kept saying can't do it. And then you want to make an image of a black person or an Asian person. Oh, yeah, here you go. So you want an image of George Washington? It was a black George Washington. That was before. Now, once their biases got caught, then they had to reprogram it.
Yeah, what you just said goes back to what I said earlier, that there's a long way to go for AI. And if this AI age verification thing does turn out to be really bad and make YouTube even worse for so many people, then Anthony, it's time for you and I and Chicken Snake to start our own Rumble and Odyssey channels.
Yeah, like I said, there is good use of it, and then there is dangerous grounds that they keep putting AI into. But what was the next topic that you guys wanted to bring up?
Well, we wanted to talk about basically the Warner Bros. Discovery split, and what Atomical wanted to talk about was Comcast Xfinity pulling Cartoon Network from its main service, and it's going to be getting rid. Like some providers like Xfinity are getting rid of Cartoon Network from basic cable, and they're going to get rid of it from the to the paid TV like slot. Basically, a higher tier package.
Both of which goes hand in hand.
It honestly just sounds hand in hand with the general industry in TV as a whole. Like cable TV is going to become a thing of the past. We're going to get to the point where there is no live TV anymore. There is no live cable packages. Everything is going to be done on the internet like it already is.
True.
Honestly, cable TV is dying. That's why we have stuff like YouTube TV and Sling TV, and more people are cutting cable.
So yes, it's sad that Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network are, as we used to know it, are gonna be memories in a few years or whatever. But that's what it's gonna be.
And not to mention, YouTube has been beating TV. More people are watching YouTube now for over a decade. Like, YouTube's been beating TV in the rating. No, less kids are watching cable. Like, even though I don't agree with them replacing like Cartoon Network with Adult Swim, that's why Warner Bros. Discovery is expanding Adult Swim.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Cartoon Network is having more viewers that are like 18 and up, maybe even teenage viewers as well, than the typical kid viewers that Nickelodeon and Disney have championed for many years. And I think it would make sense for Cartoon Network to either, turn into Adult Swim 24/7, maybe have some Toonami here and there, or shut down completely. And I would not mind. I would be sad if all of that went away. And
it'll be sad, but it's going to happen.
A lot of these mergers are kind of the norm now, even though they're ruining things for TV. It's sad, but truth, considering the downfall of cable and cord cutting and all as we know it.
Yeah, I know. It's like imagine 10 years from now, there's no such thing as TV anymore. We just watch stuff from the computers. Just imagine that happening 10 years.
Tony, do you not have a smart TV?
I do, yes.
So there is going to be such a thing as TV.
I mean, like regular TVs that are non-smart. I should have.
I mean, we'll still have an antenna. That's why we got MeTV Tunes. That's that new channel that's just like Boomerang that shows the classic cartoons. And if you want to see the Cartoon Network stuff for free, we got Tubi. We can stream it for free now.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
true.
So there's just no reason to have 24/7 cable channels anymore when nobody sits around and watches cable TV. If they just want to watch an episode from Adult Swim, they can just go right to it. So that's what we're gonna end on over there on this topic. Anything else before we wrap this up?
We're in a time when MTV is airing reruns of Friends now, so go figure on that. Despite what's going on with cable channels and all the cord cutting that continues to happen, local TV stations and the over-the-air broadcast networks that they're affiliated in and other things like MeTV and MeTV Tunes, they'll survive. They'll have their audience.
I doubt that. So we shall have to see. We're going way too long on this, guys. We are.
Yeah, and one last thing I will definitely say. I mean, the only thing, like, MTV will probably bring back music videos for like 1 week because of the MTV Video Music Awards, and that's pretty much it. And besides, like, cable is like a dying medium, and most of the older adults that still have cable, all they watch is just news networks like Fox News, CNN, all such like that. Go figure.
Well, again, and that also makes sense because who's the ones doing most of the protesting? It's boomers. So with that said, guys, the diner is closed. So be careful. Don't watch too many masturbation technique videos like Tony does.
Oh, God.
Hey, jeez.
So thank you so much for joining, guys. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
I'm out.